Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Only Bio. Presenting up the important points from the chapter Classification of Animals that is Kingdom Animalia, which will help the students to get ready for NEET, CET, KVPY, Olympiad, and this will also help the CBSE, ICSE, the HSC, IGCSE boards. Friends, the terms or the points discussed here are derived from MCQs that have appeared in the various national or state level competitive exams. Questions are framed from these terms or points either in similar or modified forms. These are beneficial as they will help you to master the important topics in limited span of time, frame expected questions, do effective revision, make your own synopsis. The more MCQs you solve, the better you understand and you get confident. So, a daily practice of few minutes with me on my channel can help you to master the topics. So, please check with the playlist for many more videos and many more chapters. So, let's talk about the important points from Kingdom Animalia from 61 to 80. Friends, in this segment, we are going to talk about Kingdom Protista, which is not really included in Kingdom Animalia content in the textbooks. The classification of a kingdom separate from plants and animals was first proposed by John Hogg in 1860 as the kingdom Protista. Next, in 1866, Ernst Haeckel proposed a third kingdom, Protista, as the kingdom of primitive forms. Originally, these also included prokaryotes, but with time these were removed and the prokaryotes were included in a fourth kingdom called as Monera. Next, in the popular five kingdom scheme proposed by Robert Whittaker in 1969, Protista was defined as eukaryotic organisms which are unicellular or unicellular colonial and which form no tissues, and the fifth kingdom fungi was established. Next, the study of protists is termed as protistology. Point number 55. A protist is any eukaryotic organism, that is, an organism whose cells contain a cell nucleus that is not an animal, plant, or fungus. Protists are unicellular in nature but can also be found as a colony of cells. Next, most protists live in water, damp terrestrial environments, or even as parasites. Next, the term protista is derived from the Greek word protistos, meaning the very first. Next, some of them even possess structures that aid locomotion, like flagella or cilia. Point number 60. Scientists speculate that protists form a link between plants, animals, and fungi as these three kingdoms diverged from a common protist like ancestor billions of years ago. Though this protist like ancestor is a hypothetical organism, we can trace some genes found in modern animals and plants to these ancient organisms. Next, therefore, these organisms are traditionally considered as the first eukaryotic forms of life and predecessor to plant, animals, and fungi. Next, protists include a vast collection of single-celled and multicellular organisms but with a proper nucleus. They also possess highly specialized cellular machinery called cell organelles that aid in performing various life processes. Most protists are free-living autotrophs such as algae, while others are heterotrophic, for example amoeba, or even parasitic, example trypanosoma, that is a protozoa. Point number 63. Not all protists are unicellular. Protists such as molds and algae are multicellular, that is, they are made up of more than one cell. Amoeba, paramecium, and euglena are the unicellular organisms belonging to the kingdom Protista. Next, symbiosis is observed in the members of this class. For instance, kelp, that is a seaweed, is a multicellular protist that provides otters protection from predators amidst its thick kelp. In turn, the otters eat sea urchins that tend to feed on kelp. Next, parasitism is also observed in the protists. Species such as Trypanosoma protozoa can cause sleeping sickness in humans. Point number 66. Protists exhibit locomotion through cilia and flagella. A few organisms belonging to kingdom Protista have pseudopodia that help them to move. Next, Protista reproduces by asexual means. The sexual method of reproduction is extremely rare and occurs only during the time of stress. Next, protists serve as the foundation of the food chain. Protists are the primary sources of food for many animals. Next, some protists also produce oxygen and may be used to produce biofuel. Next, in some rare cases, protists are harvested by humans for food and other industrial applications. Point number 71. Phytoplankton is one of the sole food sources for whales. Next, seaweed is an alga which is considered as a plant-like protists. Next, zooplankton is fed on by various sea creatures including shrimps and larval crabs. Next, protists are broadly classified into 5 subdivisions based on their general characteristic features. Next, protists are classified as: first, chrysophytes; second, dinoflagellates; third, euglenoids; fourth, slime molds; and fifth, protozoans. Friends, I'm sure this series will help you. If you have any suggestion or comment, definitely you're welcome. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel and start studying with me. Thank you.